Okay, so hope the presentation is also visible. The slide is visible. Yes.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, so let's start. Okay, so this week we are going to discuss about few important points on workplace safety and adherence. Though you guys are like working in different work environment, like few may be working in IT industry, few may be in manufacturing industry, and few in retail and like a supply chain industry, hospital industry, and yes, various industries. So workplace safety and adherence is like almost common in all the industries, but it's more important in manufacturing and like production units. Let's see like what are all the important concerns like which relates to these workplace safety, and what should be other, that is like what important points and factors to be taken into consideration, and how the management can like make arrangements so that these accidents and like any damages can be avoided for the products, for the machinery, for the premises, and for the workers, for the employees as well. So proactive safety in manufacturing, so something like happening and then taking measures on that. So instead of doing it, so having some taking some proactive measures, like it's always good for like to be in a safer environment. So the concerns in manufacturing environments, it depends on like the nature of the operation. See, few industries may be having only one manufacturing plant, a larger, a wider manufacturing unit, or a few industries may be having like small units in like in different parts, but within the same campus. But like risk is always, if you see the risk part, like more or less it is same in almost all the industry. That is whether it is like related to the machinery, or when the premises is like it's having a machinery implant, or whether it's having like a kind of what do you say, in warehouses you can see many forklift machines and like many other material handling equipments being handled and moved from one zone to another. So but the risks are like almost like same in like most of these industries, and this can be entirely preventable. These risk happening, this can be entirely preventable, but on one condition, that there should be proper awareness, there should be a planning, and there should be some safety protocols to be strictly followed. So it's a fast-paced industry, manufacturing, because it's very dynamic in nature. Almost like each and every day there will be operations happening. There will be like many dynamic things will be happening. People will be moving. That is like men, material, machines. All three will be like completely in moving in different directions. So by looking into the right kind of training, vigilance, and enforcement, so safe work environment is not only possible, but it's also sustainable. That is not like it can be maintained prolonged for overall like a particular period of time. So proactive approach doesn't just prevent injuries, it protects your workplace, improves morale, and boosts operational efficiency. So imagine yourself being like working in no unconditional environment, and like a safe and like a very sophisticated environment. So there is a difference, right? So if you're working in an unconditional environment, you don't feel like working at all. You don't feel committed towards your work. You don't feel safe in that environment, and there will be always a complaining part, like inside you, and you don't get a moral, like your moral will not get boosted at all. You'd always feel down in working in that environment. So even though you're being paid, there is always some negative aspect, like when you're like particularly in that situation. But when you're working in a safer environment where the employees or no employee safety is considered as the most important factor for the management, and all the safety protocols like installed and like kept in that environment. And you're very well aware of how to use those resources in case of any emergency. So working in that kind of environment, it will always like makes you feel confident and feel supportive. And so that is the difference, right? Like working in two different environments. So working in unsafe environment, even though if the work is like so dearest for you, or the management takes care of you very well in terms of like remuneration and everything, but still there is a negative aspect like when you're working there. So common hazards in manufacturing, not only in manufacturing, this you can see, like usual these hazards can happen where the materials and machines like or in like in dynamic in nature. That is there are always like there is always a movement in men and machines and materials. So wherever whichever industry this things is happening, so these common hazards you can like see their experience there. So these manufacturing environments, they often susceptible to variety of hazards, so machinery related dangers, chemical exposure and ergonomic risk. So these identifying these risks at the early stage is the first step in mitigating the safety risk. And proper maintenance of machinery, effective training and adherence to safety protocols are crucial to minimize these dangers. So let's see what are all the hazards like usually these environments face. That is the employees, the workers working in these environments. So usually what are all the hazards like they may face. First one is falling objects. So tools, materials, components, products. So whichever is like placed in a not so safe zones, or no which are placed on high racks or scaffoldings, so obviously there is a chance that like it may fall. So ensuring all items are properly secured and storage practices are standardized. So only by standardizing these practices, the safety can be secured. And falls from heights. So people, employees or workers working in heights, when they are working in unsecured ladders, using unstable platforms and inadequate guardrails, so often lead to severe accidents. So how can this can be avoided is irregular inspections and use of fall protection systems. Then excessive noise. Actually, like so most of us like won't think about noise as a hazard in our working place. So some environment where we work will be having like noise, high noise problem. So you can say, in transportation division, when you're working in a transportation division, so there will be always be, like a high noise. And manufacturing industries, production industries. So the running of the machines, it always causes, like a high noise. And it will be disruptive to your, like mind. Sometimes it will be disruptive to your mind, disruptive, like to your health and all. So even excess noise is like considered as a big hazard, for the employees, for the workers working there. So why? Because prolonged exposure to high decibel levels from machinery or power tools, it can lead to hearing loss and stress. The first one is stress. Obviously, people who are exposed to more noise almost on a daily, almost daily or like very frequently, they experience stress. Stress is the first factor they will experience. Then after some time, the health hazard or hearing loss may also happen. So how to avoid this? Providing ear protection and monitoring noise levels. So if there is another machinery which has a much lesser noise level, so it's better for the management to go for the new machinery, replacing the old one with the new machinery. Then exposure to harmful substances. So workers may come into contact with airborne irritants like asbestos. Whether it's a chemical industry or not, that doesn't matter. But working in any environment where the asbestos and is used as a covering protective material or a covering material, obviously it generates more heat and it generates few toxic substances as well in no high heat. So then exposed to carbon monoxide, chemicals, few chemicals, or even fine dust. So that also no like causes severe health hazard. So fine dust no like it will enter into our body through our nose, through our ears, through our mouth, and no like it may cause severe damages to our ENT system and our lungs as well. So implementing ventilation, proper ventilation systems has to be implemented, and proper use of respirators is also vital. Even if you're working in no like an IT industry or just no like general industries, no other than the manufacturing industries, you may face there is a no like a kind of suffocation or a kind of no some kind of a stressful environment where there is no proper ventilation. So you have to immediately report it to your management. Make sure that they are providing you an environment where there is no like good ventilation system. Sometimes you know when the companies know like they install this all these centralized AC systems and everything where ventilation is no like minimized. Usually they don't use ventilators, but to be precise, no like even though if it is a what do you say, even though if you're no working in the environment where the AC units are installed or no like complete it's no like in any enclosed environment, it's very necessary for the management for the safeguarding of the employees to have proper ventilation. Electrical hazards, any loose wires or no like a socket which is not closed, or there is a no like leakage in the electricity or leakage in the power supply. So all these will lead to no like a big hazard. Like it could be no like very much dangerous, not only to the place where you are working, but also no harmful to you as well. So when you're working in the environment where no like there could be an electric hazard because of loose wires or no poor fixtures of no like electrical equipments, so make sure no like it is sealed and it is no like concealed by the required person. So you have to speak with the management, no like all these things. So every time management know like they may miss out few things, they may know like take it few things know like they may miss out in the working environment. So it doesn't mean no like they are asking us to know like keep adjusting to the environment, but sometimes they are not aware of it. They are not aware of no like this may cause a hazard. So it's our responsibility, if you are no like as an employee, it's our responsibility to inform the management that this is a threat, this is a no like this may happen as a no like this may become a hazard, no like if not properly maintained or properly concealed. So make them ask the and no management to take care of that, so that no you can work peacefully in that environment. So accidents often occur when lockout, tagout procedures are ignored. Proper lockout, proper tagged out procedures, if it is not followed by the employers or by the workers, so yes, accidents may happen. Regular training and strict enforcement of LOTO, that is lockout tagout protocols, helps avoid shocks and equipment malfunctions. That is, so lockout tagout is so when once the work is done, you have to completely shut down the machinery. So switch off all the units, no electrical units in the room or in the area. So and no like when the vehicles not are not operating, you should completely turn off the vehicles, no like completely turn off the engine and everything. So this is called lockout tagout situation. So properly this has to be practiced. And but even many of us know like we properly don't log out no from the systems or no from the laptops which we are using. So we always know like directly switch off no like in the main or no like we will know like make it sleep for some time, that is make the system sleep for some time, or we just log out but not properly shut down the system. So this can be no this has to be avoided. Slip, trip, and fall hazards. So oil spills. So especially no when there is no like machinery moving in the on the ground and no people moving on the ground. So when they come in contact with oil spills, no like obviously they may face accidents. cluttered walkways. If the walkway is the environment where the actual work is happening, if it is completely cluttered and no like congested with no like materials and men or no like machines, obviously there is a chance for slip, trip, and fall. And loose cables, no like on the ground, loose cables, it may no like make us no like triple over it, and no like we may fall down, or no like when machineries are moving over it, it may no cause a damage, it may cause an accident to the vehicles. So how to avoid this? Maintain a clean, well organized workspace with proper signage. That is not like you can see signboards, no, when no like loose wires are there, or when there is a like not so safety environment, or not so safety places, no, like somewhere. So you can use signboards over there, or if it is not provided, ask the management to provide a signboard. For example, if it is a slippery place, you that they can no have a signboard like no like this place, no, it may cause a slip, it may cause a fall, so you have to walk safely, or better not to use this space. So impact, what are all the impact of unsafe practices? We know very well it causes severe damage to the people, that is work the people working in the workplace. And not only that, it may hinder the entire process. It may cause the machines to break down, and it stops the processes, and it may cause the vehicles to break down, and it may cause accidents to the vehicles, and people who are using the vehicles know like meet with the accidents, and cause damage to the products, cause damage to the property itself, the the office property itself. So these are the impacts. And not only that, so because of these things happening, the whole the process, no, like that will get terminated. So there is a machine breakdown, so the process will be no like it the inventory will be in process. There is no, it will be under manufacturing, it will be no like in the manufacturing zone, it will be moving from one zone to another zone. If there is a sudden machine breakdown, no machinery breakdown, so everything stops then and there. So things will not happen afterwards for some time, or for some days, and in few cases for some months. So this can be avoided. Unsafe practices in the manufacturing industry can lead to severe consequences. So workplace injuries happen, increased insurance cost. So yes, the management has to know like go for insurance to know like meet the damages, and decreased productivity. And furthermore, unsafe environment can harm employee morale, and implementing these safety measures not only protects the employees but also takes care of the overall business efficiency. So regulatory compliance. So to make sure the employees are working in a safer environment, there can be a regulatory body, there can be a compliance body in each and every organization. So this body can take care of no the safety measures no in the work environment, not only within the work campus, but can also engage their employees or workers know to be how to know how to work in a safer environment, whether they are working inside the premises or outside the premises, that doesn't matter, but no generally train them and no make them aware of know how to safely work. So compliance with regulations such as those set forth by the Occupational Safety and Hazard Administration, which is called as OSHA. So employees or workers who are working in manufacturing industry and warehouse industry, especially in supply chain industry, would be aware of this concept, of this term OSHA. So it is vital for ensuring safety in manufacturing, not only in manufacturing, in construction. So they have no set of rules and regulations which has to be strictly followed by the management as well as by the employees in different industries, in construction, in manufacturing, in port areas, in warehouses, and in transportation. So what should be the no like safety protocols the employees should follow? They have come up with few regulations. So adhering to these policies and no like strict protocols, it helps prevent accidents and promotes a culture of safety. Business should regularly review and update their safety policies to align with the regulations and guidelines, ensuring that all employees are aware of their rights and responsibilities. So it's not no, like the management is not providing a service, no, like by providing a safer environment, but it's their duty to provide a safer environment. So as an employee or as a worker, where when you're asking for the management to provide you a safer environment, so it's your right. You're not asking for a service, you're not asking for a help, but you're asking your right to work in a safer environment. So you can be very open about that to your management. So let's see what are all the safety practices. First, understand what is a culture of safety. So safety, no, it is a factor, it is a culture which should be followed by the whole workplace. That is no, like not only by the top management or not only by the workers and the employers, but by each and every one of them in the organization. So everyone should be aware of the safety measures. Everyone should be aware of how to safely work in such type of environment, and in case of an emergency or in case of an unexpected risk or situation, what should be the first action to be taken. So what to do it, like first to report it to the top management, or use the safety control measures like no, like fire extinguishers, or run out of the building using the no, like the exit and no, like exit pathways, so in case of emergency. So what should be the first action to be taken? And these actions, it's not same in all the industry. So each and every industry will be having no, like different set of protocols, and it's not the same action to be followed for each and every unexpected risk. That is no, in case if a worker met with an accident, so the initial step, no, like it's to give the first aid to that worker, right? Instead of no, like calling and reporting to your manager, or no, like calling the ambulance service or whatever it is, the first immediate action is, yes, giving a first aid to that employee or the worker. Then report it to the manager, then call the ambulance, no, like then immediately alert the authorities and everyone, and make sure no, that the employee is no, like not getting into a critical situation till the medical help arrives. So these things no, has to be taken care. So same thing cannot be followed in case of a fire accident. During the fire accident, you have to run out of the place, run out using the exit ways, no, like make sure the exit ways are not cluttered or it's not congested with no, like it should be no, a free path where no, easily you can run out. In case of fire, set the fire alarm and no, immediately run out of the premises. So in case of a machinery breakdowns, there will be a different set of protocols to be followed. So culture of safety is something no, where which in which no, like each and every person, that is each and every, in spite no, like whether they belong to top or middle level or no, like worker environment, that doesn't matter. So it's a culture which has to be followed to be by the all the employees. Establishing a culture of safety starts at the top with leadership commitment, and encouraging open communication regarding safety concerns fosters an environment where employees feel comfortable reporting the hazards. So keep in mind that reporting a hazard or asking for a safety environment for you to work with, it's a right of you, no, like you have that right to ask to your management. And regular training sessions, safety meetings, and recognition programs for no, like how to know safely work and safely know, like how to take safety measures, no. So these are the effective ways to reinforce safety at all levels. What can be done? First one is use of personal protective equipment like helmets, eyewear, headgear, or whatever. Imagine if you're working in an IT industry, what kind of protective personal equipment you can have is make sure no, all the fixtures or no electrical fixtures are safe, and there is no leakage in power supply and everything. Make sure you're working in a clutter free space, and if there is any loose wires, no, like make sure no, like you're asking the concerned department to seal those wires and everything. And there will be a lot of no, like wiring systems, no, like which is connecting the the printer or the no, like server. Nowadays no, we have no, like even wi-fi printers are available, or wi-fi mouse and no keypads are available. But In case if your system is no like still connected with wire for getting the supply, for getting the power, so make sure no it's not no like cluttered, should be no like free. I know while you're using a system, no, like make sure it is no, like it's not connected to the you know like charging the system and no working on it on the same time. No, it's not advisable. When you're charging your mobile, you shouldn't use your mobile, right? You shouldn't use it for speaking or for seeing, for no like calling someone. It's not safety to use. Same applies with your systems. No, same applies with your laptops as well. So charging your laptop at the same time and working on it, no, like it's not safe thing to do it. So like no, like as an individual, no, like we have to follow few no like regulations like this for ourselves. Then secure storage solutions to prevent tool and object dislodgement. So if the preventive tool and dislodgement objects are dislodged, make sure it's rightly pasted. There's fire extinguishers. Everyone in the office should be, everyone in the organization should be knowing where are the fire extinguishers placed and how to use it, how to take it out from its place and how to properly use it. Then safety training and refreshers for all employees and contractors. So before the employees know like is now like placed in the organization, that is no like officially start their work. So they should be aware, they should be trained about know how to use those no like training so use those safety measures, how to safely work. Encourage near miss reporting to proactively address risk before they become incidents. That is no like accidents might not have happened, but no like a near miss, it might have happened in no like a fraction of a second. So those kind of incidents has to be immediately reported to the management. Conduct routine safety audits and emergency drills. Involve employees in risk assessments and safety planning. First aid response organization. An organized first aid response is critical in a manufacturing setting. So here, though I have mentioned no like manufacturing zone or manufacturing setting, so few points, no, it's applicable to any type of industry. So critical first aid box should be available in almost all the organizations, all the organizations. So it is essential to have designated first aid responders, that is people who know how to perform CPR, and know like workers should be aware of know like how to perform CPR or how to know give first aid if there is a cut, that is if there is a cut and the blood is oozing out of a person, or if the person has no like fainted, or the person was struck with any heavy metal or object. So what kind of first aid should be given? So no like few of the employees or no almost all employees if possible has to be trained on this. And how to use your emergency equipments, everything should be like they should be trained on these things. Regular drills and training sessions should be conducted to ensure all employees are so all employees are familiar with procedures, emergency contact information, that is who should be contacting on the first base in case of any emergency, whom the employee has to contact on the first base, and the location of the first aid kits and equipment. This preparedness can significantly reduce the severity of injuries in case of incidents. Proper use of safety equipment, that is know how to use those equipments. So I am aware of now where the first aid box is available in my office, in my institute or the college, and I am aware of now where the fire extinguisher is placed. But if I am not aware of how to use it in case of any risk happening, then no, like it is of no use, right? Keeping the equipment in that place, no, it's not. It's of no use. So I should be knowing how to use that, right? Safely use that. So against the risk, but against not against the people, right? So proper use of safety environment such as personal protective equipment critical to minimizing risk in the manufacturing environment. So using gloves wherever it's necessary, whenever no I am handling anything no like which may cause harm to me or cause harm to other materials or to the environment. So I should make sure no like to avoid these I should be using gloves, headgears, and all like protective overcoats and all. and no like even no like using some kind of no protective ear caps or something like that, no like it makes it avoids no like uh, facing a threat, no like facing a kind of a threat in the place where I am working. So sometimes no using a protective shield, no like when you're performing a particular task, that is there is no like welding or doing some kind of thing and dealing with an electrical thing, so using a protective shield, no that also helps. Employees should be trained on the correct usage, maintenance, and limitations of safety equipment, and regular assessments should be conducted to ensure that equipment is in good condition and suitable for specific task at hand. And ensuring compliance with safety headgear usage helps protect workers from potential hazards. So let's see what are all the 7 best safety practices, no, like to be followed by each and everyone in the working environment. First is develop a culture of safety. So safety isn't just a policy. It's not like just another, no, like a management policy, like so how to report it, whom should we report it? Okay, so if they have given a number, there is a number for emergency contact. How many of us have tried no calling that number? Check whether it's working or not. Check who is answering on the other line. So many of us haven't done that, right? As of now, no, like we are aware of no like what is that number or no like whom to contact, but we have never tried a drill. We have never no gave a chance to know like check whether it's working or not. So this is no like main problem, no issue, no which we place in our working environment. We know the procedure, but we haven't tried it out. uh, we don't know whether it works in the emergency situation. So yeah, you should be know like knowing it's just not a policy, but no, it's a mindset. So safety should be in the mindset of each and everyone. So everyone should be know like knowing what to do in case of a risk is happening. Creating a culture of safety means embedding safety into daily routines, in the communication as well, in the decision making at every level. Leaders must lead by example, encouraging open dialogue about safety concerns and rewarding proactive behavior. When safety becomes everyone's responsibility, it becomes a part of the workplace DNA. So, what can be done is embed safety into daily operations and team values. Leadership must model safe behavior, and reward and recognize safety conscious actions, foster open communication about risk. So, these can be followed. Organize your first aid response. Be aware where the first aid box is kept, and be aware what kind of first aid has to be given for each and every risk happening. Same first aid procedure cannot be given for all type of risk happening, right? For no like if an employee faints, there is a different kind of no like first aid to be given. If an employee is no like cut and no like if there is a blood injury, a different kind of safety measure, that is different kind of first aid has to be given. So you should be avoid of no you should be aware of no like knowing all those no like the first aid response, no what has to be given. A well organized first aid response can be the difference between minor injury and a serious incident. Ensure that first aid kits are easily accessible, fully stocked, and regularly checked. Few medicines no like would have expired if not no like used for a long time. So make sure no like if there is an emergency, if there is a risk happening, when you're using a no like a medicine or something, say a tincture or no like a bandage or everything, see check whether no like it has not expired before using it. And these medical kit no it has to be checked and no like it has to be seen into it no every now and then to make sure everything is no like in a good shape, in a good condition to use it whenever there is an emergency. Appoint trained first responders on each shift. If the workers are working in shifts, in each shift you can select no like few employees and not train them on the first aid thing. or almost no, if possible, each and every employee can be trained on that, and conduct periodic drills to reinforce readiness. Visibility, training, and quick access are key pillars of an effective first aid system. So what can be done is ensure first aid kits are visible, stocked and accessible, appoint and train designated first responders, conduct regular first aid drills, place emergency contact information in strategic locations. So where and all no, the employees will be frequently seeing, frequently noticing. So place those the emergency contact information there, or place the fix the placard or fix the bulletin where know what measures has to be taken. No? So those measures it can be sticked there where the employees or the workers frequently visit or frequently see. Third is use safety equipments, machines and tools properly. Improper use of machinery is one of the leading causes of workplace injuries. The first and foremost thing, no, like I have no, like I came to know about no, like two accidents which happened in a manufacturing workplace, especially no, like when the manufacturing unit and warehouse, no, it both were no in the same no premises. So the two employees who were using headgears, they haven't no like fixed their headgear. That is, they haven't no like tied their headgears properly. There will be a too long, like a kind of a thing. You have to tie it. You have to secure it tightly so that it sits on your head tightly. So two employees, they were wearing headgears, but they haven't like tied it securely. They didn't do it. So what happened when they like fell from like a height, their headgears like it was like it went off from their head, and their head got stuck on the ground and there was a head injury. So if they have like properly secured the headgear with which they were wearing, this wouldn't have happened. This would have been avoided, but they were like they experienced severe head injury. Both of them, both the employees, both the workers faced severe head injuries, and like one of them was in a critical condition for a prolonged time. So at least 6 to 8 months, the person was in ICU. So these are the small things, which we don't notice, which we don't like take much into consideration, or we didn't notice, or we do something like that. So even when you're traveling, like two-wheelers, four-wheelers, like very few of us know, like look into even the smallest thing, for making sure, we are traveling in a safer environment. So to avoid this, the proper use of the machinery, how to properly use it, how to properly handle it, so how to properly secure it tightly. So all these has to be, like understood. All employees must be trained not just to operate equipment, but to understand the safety protocols associated with it. From machine guards and emergency stops to wearing the right PPE, correct usage minimizes risk and extends the life of your tools. So what can be done is train employees thoroughly on equipment and tool usage, enforce use of personal protective equipment, regulatory inspect and maintain machinery, ensure safety codes and emergency stops are in place. So next, what you can do is educate workers on the hazards content. If it is a chemical environment, make the workers aware of those chemicals. So how to properly handle it, how to properly shift from one zone to another zone, or like how to properly transport it, and while handling them, whether using like if a few chemicals or few uh, the containers which has chemicals in it, it shouldn't be manhandled. It shouldn't be manhandled at all. Only proper safety material handling equipments has to be used to handle it. So this has to be strictly advised to those employees and the workers. So awareness is the first step to prevention. Regular safety training ensures that workers understand the specific risk of their task, be it a chemical exposure or electrical hazards or mechanical dangers. Use visual aids, real life case studies, and interactive sessions to make training memorable and practical. So what can be done is conduct regular safety training and refreshers, then highlight task specific risk, use real life examples and interactive tools. That is not like the organization would have faced a kind of situation like this, or this might have happened in some other area, some other place, or some other organization. So take those real life examples and know, like, educate the workers on know, like, what is the importance of using those say taking those safety measures, and display safety signage and visual warnings then wherever no it is necessary. Have an emergency action plan. There should always be an emergency action plan in case of a sudden fire breakout. So you should be knowing what has to be done first. So we all are aware of no like what to be done. Immediately exit, no like run out of the place and no like press the fire alarm. And if there is a fire extinguisher, try to use it. Or if it is not possible, it is no like something uncontrollable, run out of the place. You shouldn't be using the lift, you should use the staircase, and all like alert all the employees in the organization, because in one part of the organization the fire might have broke out, the other part no the other department or other part of the same premises, they may not be aware of it that the fire has broke out in one part of the organization. So you have to make them aware of it, you have to alert them and ask them to know like run out of the place. So these things no emergency action plans no, so everyone has to follow the same. It's not one following different, another following different, so everyone has to follow the same, it should be in uniformity. So when emergencies strike, confusion can be costly. So that is the main problem of no accidents happening. So emergency, in terms of emergency situation, sometimes our no like brains fail to think. Sometimes we lose ourselves, we completely forgot what has to be done on the first basis. So confusion no like it will happen. So but no like it will cost a life, no like it will cost a life no in that particular situation. So to avoid this, you should be no like a very clear practiced emergency action plan, so no like has to be taken. So the best way to do is no like having drill no like then and like once in 3 months or once in 6 months conducting a drill. So like in case of no like fire breakout no like how everyone no like runs out of the organization safely, a drill has to be performed once in 3 months or once in 6 months by no like all the to all the employees in the organization irrespective of the industry. So whether it's a fire, gas leak, or machinery failure, emergency action plan equips employees with the knowledge to respond swiftly. Assign roles, mark evacuation routes, and run drills regularly to ensure that everyone knows what to do, where to go, and whom to report to. So create a detailed plan for various emergency scenarios, because scenarios will differ. Assign roles and responsibilities clearly, conduct evacuation drills and response simulations, and communicate procedures regularly to all the employees. Then, the sixth point is keep work areas and emergency exits clear. Now, this is again a problem, or it's a threat to the work environment. In case of emergency, we will be trying to know like get down in the staircase, but the staircase would be no stacked with no like empty cans or empty cardboard boxes and everything. So which may no like cause our no like exit plan. And sometimes no few exit areas no like it would be very small, where no only one person can move out at a time, so that is also no like very danger. And few areas will not be having an exit area at all, entry and exit will be on the same passage, again that is a threat. And in case of emergency no like there will be an emergency exit door, and that door will be no like most of the time it will be closed. When there is an emergency happening no you will not be able to open the door, because no it was not used for a very long time, it got stuck. So these things no, these small things no it will create a great loss. So keep the work areas and emergency exits clear, make sure everything is working, So proper check and no proper usage has to happen. Whether you're using it for no the emergency situation or not, you should be try using it once in a while to check whether it's in operating condition, whether it's operatable. So a clutter-free workspace space isn't just about cleanliness, it's about survival. Blocked exits and congested pathways can delay evacuation and cause trips or falls. Implement 5S principles to organize work area and enforce strict rules around keeping emergency exit obstructed at all times. So apply 5S workspace organization principles, remove the clutter and obstructions from pathways, post clear signage for exits and equipment zones, and perform regular housekeeping audits. By doing this, you can, yes, escape any kind of risk. Inform supervisors of unsafe conditions is the final point. Uh, this is the first point as well. So, in case of any unsafe conditions and no like any unsafe situations, you're working with an unsafe equipment or you're not aware of know how to work on a machinery. So, make sure you're immediately informing your reporting to your supervisor. Encouraging workers to report hazards without fear of blame or retaliation is vital to maintaining a safe workplace. Supervisors should be approachable, responsive, and trained to act swiftly on reports. A transparent reporting system, digital or manual, ensures issues are addressed before they lead to accidents. So even in a normal even if it is not a manufacturing industry, so one experience I can share is, so few months before there was a fumigation process no which was conducted in a college where I have been no like going and taking sessions. So it was not done in a college environment, and the fumigation process, because no like it was freshly painted, and no like it was no like heavily raining by that time, so there was a strong scent of smell and no like fungus deposits here and there. And for no like to clearing of those, the fumigation process was done. So after that, the very next day when the students and the the teachers were no like entered the premises, there was a strong scent of that no like the fumigation thing. So that itself caused like nausea, and that itself caused some kind of irritatable effect on the skins of like few students and teachers. Even the fumigation, the chemical which was used in fumigation process, so this thing they felt even that they felt because of the fungus which was already been there, that might have been the cause. But this the chemical which was used for the fumigation process, so that was the actual cause which these people were not aware of. So after some time, after 6 months, again the fumigation process was done. Again the same kind of chemical or something was used for fumigation. And then the next day, again the same thing happened. Then they identified that, okay, so some kind of chemical which was used in fumigation. So that was the reason for the irritating, the itchy in the skin, and no burning of eyes, and no some kind of breathing problems which was caused for the few no students and the teachers. So they then for the other time they have informed that particular agency which came for fumigation. They have instructed them to not use the same chemical, no again they go for a different chemical. So now immediately informing the making the management, or making your supervisor or team leaders aware of what you're experiencing, no. So that is the best thing to do to avoid working in the unsafe conditions. So encourage hazard reporting without fear of blame. So don't worry that you will be blamed, or you will be cornered for reporting something like this. It's okay, it's your right to report it. Train supervisors to respond quickly and effectively. Implement an anonymous reporting mechanism, and log review and act on all safety concerns. Why safety matters? Because we all know that manufacturing environments, that almost every environment are dynamic and a high risk of facing threats and unexpected situations. So proactive safety measures practices prevent injuries and reduce downtime and improve employee morale. So, addressing safety issues through regulatory compliance, fostering a culture of safety, having an organized first aid response, and ensure proper use of safety equipments are fundamental best practices that every industry, every organization, facility should adopt to. Now, as a final thing, we will now see about what is OSHA. So, Organizational Safety Hazard Administration. It's an organization which was formed in US. Uh, I think in 1980s or 70s, no, like this organization was formed. So this was formed to give an awareness to the management as well as the employees when they are working in the place, when they are working in the environment. So how to know safely work in the environment, what are the safety measures no like they can take, what kind of safety equipments they have to use when you're working in different, when they are working in different industry, and how to know like properly train their employees who are working in that environment. So they have come up with 9 to 10 guidelines in order to work safely. First one is ensure transparent communication of hazards. So each every employee or no like eligible, they have the right to immediately report to the organization about no like anything, any threat they face in the organization. Provide employees with proper PPE, all the safeguarding equipments and no proper protective equipments. No, so this has to be provided to all the employees, and implement respiratory protection programs, and proper respiratory protection programs has to be implemented where uh, there is a chance where no like the people no work in a polluted environment, that is no like where there is no like a chemical environment or no like a kind of leather industry. So you can always know like smell no there will be always a scent of no like a stinginess in the environment. So people who have health issues, breathing issues, no they cannot no like work in that environment. So proper respiratory protection no like systems equipments has to be given. Other two electrical safety standards, check fire safety measures whenever it is necessary, or have a protocol that every 3 months, no, it has to be checked, or every month it has to be checked. Have an emergency action plan, inform the action plan, train the action plan with the employees, maintain safe working surfaces, cover hazardous areas of machines, offer lifting and hoisting safety training. Say if the whole building is on fire, the only exit you have is no like from the terrace. So in case of those things, no like somebody has to pick you from the terrace, right? Whether no it's a helicopter or whatever. So whatever. So lifting and hoisting safety training. So that has to be provided. Or in case of no like when you're working in a construction environment, you're the supervisor, you're the no like person who is no like invigilating everything. You have to know like take a open lift to reach the top of the floor. So properly it has to be maintained, and like you have to use the safety gears and all in case no like anything happens in between, any risk happens in between. So these are the regulations no which is proposed by OSHA. This is common for all the industry. Other than this, OSHA has come up with many protocols, rules, regulations for construction industry, for manufacturing industry, for warehousing industry. They have different set of regulations that we can know look into in our next session, like maybe no next week or the other week. So we will look next into it. So as of now, this is all for today. So if you have any questions, any doubts, you can ask. I'll be here for another 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. So in case there is no doubt, we can wind up for today. We'll meet you another time. Bye.